It's New Year's Eve, and many of us are in the space of making New Year's resolutions, thinking about what we would like to be different in the new year, what we would like to do differently in the new year, what we would like to bring to this next year to make it better, somehow. Or at least we're looking back on 2020 and thinking, okay, how can it not be that again? Maybe on a collective level, maybe on a personal level, thinking, what can we do differently to make this new year better? Many of us are doing that as the new year comes. And we've probably done this in previous years, maybe not with the same fervor that we will after 2020. A lot of us have seen a lot more upheaval, maybe in our own lives too, or maybe just collectively than we are used to. But we've tried to make resolutions before and perhaps succeeded to some degree. But you may notice that when you make a resolution that you focus on, it's like an idea that you have, right? I'm going to be more forgiving. I don't know, I'm going to get distracted less. I'm going to play, fewer video games or something. I don't know which adults are playing video games, but I definitely do sometimes. You have some idea about what's going to be different, and you focus on it. Maybe it's a diet, right? That's a common one. But then, you do it for a month. You keep telling yourself you have this idea in your head. You reach for the chocolates, and you're like, no. Okay, that idea comes back up. Don't do it. And then by March, it's like, whatever. I'm into the new year. I'm done with this. I'm having chocolate. It's kind of what happens with every diet. Usually there's like a new diet every 5 minutes. We have like a new fad diet, a new shiny idea. It's like a shiny object that we can consume, that we can stick in our minds for a certain amount of time until it starts to wear off, until we get bored of it, until the novelty kind of fades. So how do you make a resolution that will actually last, that will remain? And that requires going into the self, as I point out in every single video in a different way. The only source of lasting change and really lasting newness, maybe sounds like a strange phrase, is the awareness within you. It's not the mind, it's the self. So that involves disengaging from thought, disengaging from ideas, disengaging from mental noise, and starting to get in touch with, maybe to start, the breath, the pattern of breathing, noticing sensations in the body. The whole point of that is starting to experience non-judgmental awareness, which is just awareness, right? That's the natural state of what you are, of awareness. It's just that it perceives. That's what it is to be conscious, right? Just to perceive. Consciousness in itself has no flavor. So it doesn't perceive with any idea. It's not judging. Consciousness in itself is naturally non-judgmental. It just is. So when we say non-judgmental awareness, that's really the only kind of awareness that there is, stripped of all sort of extra flavors. And so as you observe with simple awareness what you are, there's a slow shift that happens in the self. So if your resolution is to become more forgiving, or is to become more focused, look to the parts of you within that represent the problem there, the opposite, the inverse. So perhaps you are easily distractible. What is that presence within you? What is that energy? What is that emotional experience of being distracted? Or if you'd like more patience, what is the emotional experience of getting frustrated or being impatient, anxious, whatever it may be? And looking into that state of discontent, I'll just call it discontent because it could take infinite forms. We could be, looking for any kind of resolution, but the resolution will always be of some state of what I'll call discontent. Looking into that state of discontent with simple awareness, just continually noticing its quality, observing, sitting with it. There is a slow transformation that starts to take place. And it's as though your awareness were water and these particular states of discontent were ice. And the ice slowly melts into the water as the water sort of like laps up against it, kind of touches it. over and over. So as your awareness kind of focuses on and rests on these disintegrated aspects of yourself, again, to put that more concretely, your frustration, your like anger, whatever it is that you don't like, it's not pleasant. If you just sit with it and notice it, it slowly dissolves back into the base awareness, just simple awareness. Highly abstract. Try it for yourself. See if you feel any vitality, any vibrancy, any liveliness within. That is that experience of simple awareness. I use these words in every video: vitality, liveliness, awareness. I would love my New Year's resolution to find new ways to speak about this, but it's quite difficult with words to express in new ways what is so essential, so simple. I have this physical experience within as I'm speaking, but it's hard to find different words to put to the same thing. So you could perhaps say a brightness. I'm looking for words as I feel it. Just like an energetic charge. It's almost like static electricity. There's some kind of feeling within of life. That's consciousness. It's just another word. And that is the power that you have within you. Getting in touch with that and letting all other aspects of yourself slowly transmute into that. That allows lasting change, lasting resolution. So perhaps your New Year's resolution this year can just be getting in touch on a deeper level with that awareness that has the power to resolve all other aspects of the self into itself.